So the last one we're going to be looking at is the undefined and null data type. Welcome back to uh, episode. Is this should be episode 7? Yes. So we'll be looking at undefined and null data type. So undefined is the value given to variables that have been declared but not yet assigned a value. It can also occur if an object's property doesn't exist or a function has a missing parameter. While null represents a non-existing, there's a mistake here, S should be here, S existing. While null represents a non-existing data, more like a call to a variable that has not been, there's a mistake here, that has not been declared before. So what variable does not, so that variable does not represent any reference to any location in the computer memory. While undefined is usually set by the JavaScript engine, null is manually set by JavaScript programmer. Okay, so this is an example. So let's quickly play around with that. I will comment this out from here. Okay. Undefined and null data types. Okay. So this is what we have here. The undefined variable. Okay. Null variable. So this variable has been declared, but no value has been assigned to it. When you are calling it, it's likely to give you what? An error message, which is what? Undefined. And sometimes it might not give it might just be undefined. Then the null variable, when you set it to null, so take notes. For example, when we set let age equals 5, what did we do? We assign the value 5 to the variable age. Okay. So if you look at this, sorry. Okay. So what this means is that you are following up, because when you declare a variable, you are creating a reference point in the computer's memory. Okay, you are creating a reference point in the computer's memory, so that whenever you call the variable, it's going to point to a particular location to retrieve the information you want. So now you are now saying, okay, let's say, let's even do something like this. I can say, okay, let me do something else. I don't want to tamper with this. I can simply say let age equals 10. So like this now, age is equals 10. That means it has created, that means this has been stored in the computer's memory. So it will be, this age is going to reference 10 whenever it's being called. But let's say, okay, I don't want to use this age again. I can simply say age equals 0. 0 is a number, but it's still going to take space in the memory of the computer. Okay, so but I don't want it to take any space in the memory of the computer. I can just simply say age is equal to null. So right now, this age doesn't take up space in the memory of the computer. So this helps us to, you know, to reduce, what can I say? It helps us to free up space in the computer's memory. So sometimes using age equals null is quite good. But I don't think there'll be a scenario to use age equals null. I don't know. There could be. Maybe another variable, maybe like message. Then you can set message equals null instead of empty string. But let's just check what we already have. Refresh. You can see undefined variable. You can see it shows what undefined. Null variable shows what null. Age it shows what null also, because we reassigned a null value to age. But for something like this, I would prefer using message. I can just say this is a message right here. Oops. I'll say message. So instead of saying message equals empty string, look at this now. This is where it is most important. So when you say message equals, this is the message. Then later you want to free up the space. You can just say, when you now say message equals empty string, what is still happening? The message is still taking up space in the memory. Okay, so if you want to free up the memory space, you can just say null. All right. Okay. I think that's that for this. So that's all. We are done with this. We are done. So in the next class, we've done concatenation. So we won't be touching this again. We've already done it under strings. So we'll be looking at, in our next class, we'll be looking at arithmetic operators and so on like that. Okay, so that's all for today's class. Thank you.